All right, guys, welcome back to the shop and the 63 ragtop project. Um, Sorry I haven't posted videos in a while. Over the holidays was pretty crazy. So hope everybody had a good holiday and such. Made some decent progress here and there on the car, and I'm gonna try to go over all that with you today. So let's just start on the inside. First and foremost, climb in here. I don't know if you've probably seen all this, but I did get all the padding put in the car. I just made all this myself. But anyway, I cut all this out of some pad I have from work. Fortunately, I work in the flooring business, and we have a bunch of this in stock, so I got it for free. I made all these templates myself and just cut them all out. But anyway, first and foremost, let's go in here. Got the air ride hooked up. I went with pack brake system. This is a digital gauge. Oh, you can see that there with the two switches, one for the front, one for the rear, and it is all hooked up. It goes up through there. Really nice and clean. This system works great, I will say. It's a very simple system, not complicated. This isn't high dollars, not, any of that fancy stuff, but I did want to go with the digital gauge, just easier to read, easier for me to set it where I want to while I'm driving and see it. So anyway, and I did a little something different. I don't know if you can see this very well under here, but I got some padded headliner material from Hobby Lobby, and I actually installed it underneath. I've never seen anybody do this. It turned out extremely well. But once the carpet kit comes in and, comes up here, it'll cover all this up. But yeah, so what I did is I just contact cement this on there with spray contact, and yeah, it turned out really nice. It's got the foam on the back, like your headliner does. I took the front edge, I folded it over, spray glued it, and made this nice edge on the front so it looks factory, and then followed the little factory seam here on the dash. I just spray glued it in there, and it's really smooth, really nice. So this car originally came, the previous owner had probably some sort of, probably a heater or something put in it, but there was so many holes underneath here, and I just didn't like it. So I wanted to make it look a little nicer, covered it all up with that. So that turned out really nice. Also, I have started the headliner. As you can see, this is a TMI kit. And so I started installing all that. As you can see, turned out really nice. A lot of people say that these perforated kits are a pain and blah, 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 blah. But you know what? I honestly didn't have any problems with this kit. I use a little heat. Yes, they come folded up in the box and they're kind of cruddy looking. You have to put a little heat on them to get everything out, all the little wrinkles out and everything. But yeah, it turned out nice. I did put some extra pad in here. I don't know if you can see that or not. Just to make these roll a little nicer. So I'm still working on that. I still got to finish the top here. But man, really comes out nice. I kind of wanted it to look more factory, how it came. I don't want to go all fancy mohair or tweed or any of that. So I just went with that. I think it turned out pretty dang nice. I don't know what you guys think. I do have a little wrinkle here, but I just re-glued all this today, and I think it'll stick now. Yeah, it sticks now. I don't think the glue was dry when I put it in, but yeah, just spray contact that. I use spray 90, 3M, and that seems to work the best. Go dry on dry and do it that way. There's one question. I don't know if maybe somebody could let me know. I did put this headliner in. Now the front lays flat. I got that to hammer down flat, but I don't know if you can see this. These edge pieces here, you stick them in and they're sticking up and they don't look like the front. Now I've unfolded these metal tabs and tried to lay this plastic strip in there, and it's too fat and won't fit. So I don't know if I need to open them up wider or such, but they just don't fit. So I stuck it in like this. I don't like it. I think I'm gonna have to pull this out and redo it. But if anybody knows, let me know in the comments how that is supposed to go. But that's something easy I can fix. I don't know if you've done your own headliner before or not, but they do wrap around into the window. You'll have to glue them all into the window with contact. I masked all this off with tape. I don't want overspray of glue spraying all over. If you do get it on your car, it does happen. Just take a little WD-40 on a rag, and it comes off pretty easy with WD-40. Don't use anything aggressive, because it will mess up your paint. So anyway, coming around here, I also installed the rear window. That's done, and I will say it was easier than I thought it would be. There are a lot of videos out there and with the chrome trim and everything, and people make this so difficult. I did post another video with how I put the string in around. If you guys saw that, it's on a video before this one. Makes it pretty nice and easy. I use soap, Dawn dish soap. So here's how you want to do this. Let's just make this easy on ourselves. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. There's a couple of steps I do when I do these. First and foremost, I do not put the chrome trim in with the window in the car. You cannot do that. It is a nightmare. You won't be able to get it in there. Trust me on this. I've tried and bent it all up, and it does not work. So with the window on the workbench, do not lube the inside lip or the groove where the window goes into the rubber. Do not do that. This needs to have some bite to it and hold on to the window. Otherwise, when you go to put all this in, it's going to keep popping off, and you're just going to fight it, and it's going to be a nightmare. So don't put any lube in there. I use soap. Like I said, I just dump out a little bit of Dawn and I put it on my fingers and I run it around the window. You know, you don't have to go crazy with it. Once I get my string in there, I double loop it, blah, blah, blah. You can watch the other video on that. And once I get the rubber on the window, then I put WD-40. This is what I use to put the metal in, and it makes it super nice. If you do it right, use the straw, stick the straw in the groove. Don't go crazy because you don't want it to spill over and get in here, because then your glass will want to pop out. But just get it down in the groove real nice. And you can literally lay this on the workbench on one end and start pushing it in, and it'll start to snap in with that WD-40. Now here's a little tip. Once you start getting that in there and you don't want it to keep popping out, I'll just grab one right now. I use these little clips. And what I do is once it starts, I'll just clamp this little clamp on there to hold it. And I have a bunch of these. And once I start pushing this down and working it in there all the way around, I keep clamping it. And it will hold it in there. Just work yourself up and around. It's really not that hard. So you got the two little pieces here that join them together. Once you get, well, the corners are kind of a pain, but I won't lie. But if you get enough lube in there and you just keep working this and pushing it down, it'll snap right in there. And it wasn't a problem for me. Once you get to the end, like I said, these little clips, you're going to want to take the clip and you're going to want to slide it on to the metal first and snap it into the track. Then when you get this piece put in, you'll take and slide this back over and it'll cover up the gap. There's a little gap under here. They give you a pretty good sized gap in here. So that's how that works out. If you have any questions on that, let me know. It is, I mean, for me, it was very easy. A couple tips I'll give you. I did this by myself, by the way. You can do that. You can reach in here through the window and pull the string and tap on this. Open hand tap it. Don't, beat it with your fist and break the window and all that. But yeah, you can do these by yourself. Not that hard. So just take your time, do that. Here's a little tip. I like to take some tape. I use some like 2-inch wide green tape. And once I get this set in here and it's centered, I'll take some tape and I'll tape it on here and I'll pull downward because this is wanting to pop into this the track here all the way around. I start on the bottom and I smack it down and then I put some tape on here and I run it down and around here to hold this down while I'm doing it for once I get it started so it doesn't keep trying to fall out, okay? So that's a little tip there, how I do that. But anyway, if you have any questions on that, let me know. Air ride is all installed. We'll come around to the front here and I'll show you what I've been working on up here. Previous videos, you saw this all exposed, but I did get everything all hooked up and got my trunk kit built. I haven't posted a whole lot on that, I don't think. I can post some videos on that. But yeah, I built this trunk kit myself. It does have a removable storage here on the bottom. It comes out. This is held in by magnets. I don't know if you guys know, but there are 2 bolts underneath here that hold the brackets for the gas tank. And that's how that's held on there. I just have the magnets that I bought are nice, strong, high-powered magnets, and they have a hole in the middle so you can put a screw in them. And then I screwed it to the wood on this piece. And then it sticks to the 2 bolts. And as you can see, it is not going anywhere. Drilled my hole for my vent tube. It goes down through. It's very easy to pull in and out of there. And there is another magnet up front here. And I don't know if you can see this, but this isn't like the kits you usually see. This is super tight, super nice. Basically, I built this all out of wood and then covered it in a high-density foam and then put this simulation leather over top of it. These panels I built out of wood as well, and then removed about 1/4 inch of the foam and wrapped it. And the top piece of the wood actually fits in the track, so they just snap right in. It's pretty sweet. Same with the front. I don't know if you know, but there's a lip up under here, and it's maybe 1/4 inch wide, and this piece of wood slides up in there. So it is not going anywhere. And then the side pieces here, you can see that maybe. The foam is beveled, so I stopped my foam, and then this piece won't go anywhere. It can't come out because the foam is kind of overlapping this, if that makes sense. So it kind of holds all that in there, and it really looks nice. And then I just made this little design to make it look like the front of the bug hood. Kind of cool. Anyway, if you got any questions on that, let me know. I can send you some photos. I did take a bunch as I was building it. But anyway, this really did turn out nice. And then I got my pack brake system all hooked up. This is just a single compressor. I think it's 200 PSI. Pumps up in about, 2.5, 3 minutes. Actually pretty nice. Air Max system. This is the Air Max 480. They do make some smaller ones, but this is a little larger. Down the road, if it's not quite strong enough, I might add another compressor to the other side. We'll see how it goes, but I did test it out and it seemed to work fine for what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be running hydraulics or anything like that. So, yeah. So that ought to be good. Turned out super nice. Let me know what you think in the comments. It was a fair amount of work, I will say, but I just made templates for all this and then got it all fit, cut them all out and covered it all. I mean, it just takes time to do stuff like this. You know, the kits I see online, I'm not going to mention any names, but, you know, they're pretty expensive for what they are, and they're gappy, and they just don't look nice to me. I didn't want that. I wanted something different, something nice, something that covers and goes around all this like it should. There's no gaps in here. You know, this is all made out of wood, so it's not going anywhere, and it's waterproofed. So I did take some waterproofer to the wood, so if it gets wet at any point in time, it's not going to hurt it at all. So yeah, if you have any questions about that, let me know. Oh yeah, one little thing, little whiskey cap for my handle. This is just off some Pendleton whiskey. I thought that's kind of cool. That's my whiskey I drink, so that's my handle. Yeah, anyway, just some updates here on the bug. I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments. She's turning out pretty nice. I got everything on switches. So the compressor will be on a switch. Fuel pump's on a switch. Everything's on its own switch. So yeah, turned out pretty nice. Working on putting the headliner or the rest of the headliner in, and I'll probably bring you back once I get that done. I got to get the ragtop put in. Working on that. I got some pieces over here, and I'm repainting the bows. As you can see, sorry, excuse me, go on the headliner and such, so they don't, you know, look all cruddy. But anyway, I am going to put pop-out windows in the sides in the quarters, and I'm also going to put a safari window in the front. So anyway, updates coming on all that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know, and on to the next one.